Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790 AM, brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife and Resources Agency.
Hey, welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray, and wow, what a cool interview there with the Ike man, Mike Iconelli on.
He was really good. Mike Iconelli is
he's
good. Fun.
Yeah, he's fun. And so, and then early in the show, we had Glenn Thomas on. If you missed that, talking catfishing.
Yeah.
And I think he just got $25 because he mentioned Dannenmueller's name.
Dannenmueller.
Yeah, he threw in that name. You know, when Ron does that, Ron gets $10 or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know if that's a setup or not, but always good to talk to Dannenmueller. And, of course, our good friend Mike Jones with Visit Mississippi. Good morning, guys.
Good morning. How are you this morning?
We're doing great, and we're going to talk about a subject that Dan mentioned to me, Mike, while we were up at Springfield at the Legends of the Outdoors. And Dan and his lovely wife he gave me some tips about, hey, we got an idea here. And I said, why didn't I think of that? You know, I mean, it's one of those things. It's talking about the Mississippi Crappie Trail, and let's go with Dan first. I know Dan's on the road in Louisiana going to the Crappie Masters Championship this weekend, and he'll be with Ron Wong next week in Shreveport at the Crappie Expo. But Dan, tell us about this, the involvement of this.
Well, this was a major effort, and Mike can attest to this too. But it took us about manpower of 9 people to put this together, and it's just an awesome idea of setting up 6 lakes in the best crappie country in the world in Mississippi, and
Yes.
It's the best 6 lakes, and it's not a tournament trail. It is basically a fishing trip planner.
It is
for
yes.
going crappie, and you can go and select your guides. You can go and do everything you want to do. So it was a major effort, going out and canvassing and getting 1,865 businesses into the planner part of it, building a database. It was a lot of effort.
Well, you know what? I can say this. The analogy I give is everybody's familiar with the Robert Trent Jones golf trail.
Yep.
And this is essentially the same thing except for crappie fishing in Mississippi. And I have to tell you, the lakes that they have and that they feature are the best in the U.S.
And talk about that, Mike. I know in your position as program manager for outdoor marketing for Visit Mississippi, this was just a no-brainer, right, Mike, when it came down to
Yes. Yeah, it was. We've been trying to figure out a way. We know people are coming to fish these 6 Great Lakes, and we wanted to go ahead and try to figure out a way to tell the story to everybody that there's a lot of other things when they're there, places to stay, places to eat, but also great things to go and do while they're there. If they're bringing their families, places where they can go and do things and see. So it kind of expands the fishing trip into more of a vacation, so to speak, that you can do. And teaming up with Dan and their group made it possible to pull all of this information into one place and create that trip planner.
Well,
it's amazing.
And I mean, you got bait shops, you got ramps, you got gas stations. Do you have pay phones in there? I mean, I don't know if there are still anything, but I'm...
No, but we've got them marked to where they used to be.
Well, where they used to Because this is a big, folks, this is a big undertaking as we talk to Dannenmueller and Mike Jones about the new Mississippi Crappie Trail. And Dan, this was a part to put it all together. Involved your knowledge. I know you've been on top of this for a long time, but the website itself, folks, is amazing. Talk about the website here, Dan.
Yeah, it's got many aspects. It's got a trip planner that you click on an icon, the Mississippi Crappie Trail icon, and it's got the website itself has all the information you want for, like what Mike talked about, places to stay. And you can filter down to a lake. You can filter down to an area. You can have it for campgrounds. You can have it for, RVs and however you travel. And you can do point to point in this and plan the trip with an itinerary.
Amazing.
So it allows, I wish I had this over the years to decide on I found out places that I've been going to these tournaments and going to these locations. I didn't even know existed that we're going to go to in the future.
You know,
and if
Dan,
you like to go,
one of the great things about it too is, you know, one of the things I do, and I kind of preach just like you do, but you want to spend locally also. You know, you want to eat locally, the foods of the area and everything, and that's one of the things that a lot of people look for. And this will show everybody all those kind of things and things to do for the family also. While the guys might be out fishing, the family can be doing something also, right?
That's correct.
Absolutely. And you can go. We even categorized it by local flavor. And it's got it by food types for the most part. Not all of them, but some of them.
Yes.
And it's got it. So it's no telling how many people are going to want to come into this and travel from as far away as Seattle, Washington, to come to the state of Mississippi and experience the museums and get some history of the area.
Or
and
even get
so we've got all that in there.
Or you may want to spend a night at a plantation like the Linden Plantation,
now you're getting there.
Some of these antebellum homes,
or a sharecropper's cabin.
Awesome.
I mean, they got some of those too, Mike. Right? I mean, this is for you, Mike. Crappie fishing in Mississippi. There's no telling how many. Yeah, it's big. I mean, and we're not talking about just local. People come to Mississippi for a variety of reasons. We know that. But at the same time, right down I-55 is like Crappie Boulevard. I mean, you know, so we'll talk about the number of people that come from out of state to visit Mississippi for crappie fishing, Mike.
Yeah, that's something that doesn't take very much. You go to any of the lakes, any of the landings, and just start looking at the car tags. You'll have a few from Mississippi,
right?
But you'll start seeing out-of-state tags from everywhere.
And this is,
and like you said, traveling I-55. It's nothing to see boats being pulled between all those lakes.
And it's big economically in Mississippi, right, Mike?
Very much so. That's why we're wanting to try to expand people's stay when they do come.
Well, I think, Dan, and you've talked about this, and Mike's been in his job for over 18 years. I've been on a couple of adventures with Mike, and I've always enjoyed it. But this is a thing that, Mike, you don't even have to be there, Mike. I mean, this brings people there. I mean, And
another great thing that Dan incorporated into this website is the events calendar for each location. You can go in and just pick what events are going on in the local area, whether it's fishing events or just local activities around the communities. It really gives you information on just about anything in those areas.
Okay, Dan, we got to ask you this, and Ron's probably going to ask you this. Man, you've been involved in crappie fishing for so long. Which one of these is your favorite lake, Dan?
Oh, I like them all.
There you go.
Grenada's got to be it.
Grenada.
It does.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
It just the overall population and the size.
Yeah.
That's what Ron would say. Yeah. And there is do you think there's another world record in one of those lakes down there that maybe somebody will pick up off this new Mississippi Crappie Trail and catch that world record?
It's very possible. Look at the number of 3-pound plus have been caught this year.
Yes.
Off Grenada and the other lakes.
Yes.
And I have to tell you,
historic.
Don't be surprised if it doesn't come out of Arca Butler Lake.
We're going to see that. Fred Bright caught that, 5.7 pounds? Is that right, Fred Bright?
5.4 pounds out of Enid.
Out of Enid.
But I think the next one's going to come out of Arca Butler Lake.
It'll be photoshopped. Okay. I mean, you know.
No. No, it won't.
I hope it comes
It
out.
has to be verified by the State Game and Fish Commission.
I know it. And, Ron, I hope you catch it, Ron. I mean, I think it would be great for the show, Ron. Can you leave tomorrow and go down to...
I'll try.
Well, we're talking to Dan Dannenmueller and Mike Jones. So, Dan, before we let you go, tell us where to go for the information, the website and everything.
You go to normally like HTTPS www MississippiCrappieTrail.com, and when you do, you can click into it and then go into an app, or you can go mobile on this. So you can go by Android, you can go by Apple, and there'll be how-tos of how to do your trip.
Amazing.
Videos to help people with. So go up there and get it.
I tell you, folks, this
Awesome.
is one of those things that why didn't I think of it? And I think there's more to come. You know, I mean, this could be something, and Mississippi's going to be the heart of this. Mike, thank you, man. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Always
Thanks
good
for getting
to
the word out.
always good to have you. Dan, thank you, buddy. Be careful down
You bet,
there.
buddy.
Be careful down
All
there
right.
in Lake D'Arbonne. I had to say that before I let you go. That's my favorite word here. All right, guys.
Absolutely.
Y'all have a great day. All right, talk to you.
All right. Thanks, Ron. Thanks.
All
Larry.
right, take care.
Bye-bye. Okay, Dannenmueller, Mike Jones. I didn't want to get them off of there, but that's pretty cool. And this is cool weather time. It's crappie fishing time. I agree with what Ron was saying. I was kind of spoofing with him there. Arca Butler's got a big one down there, I just think.
No, they really do. And
Yeah. And
any of those lakes have big fish, and you just never know.
You never know when I'm thinking go down there and do it. But go to visit this because Mississippi Crappie Trail, I think you're going to learn some things. You'll find some new destinations, as Ron said, new places to eat, bait shops and ramps. They've got it all.
Local is a way to go too. I have to tell you.
Yes, yeah.
And there's things to do. We're talking about these antebellum homes.
Oh yeah.
To stay at. It's pretty amazing. I've had the opportunity earlier this year to do that. Visited the Linden Plantation.
Oh yeah.
Awesome place.
All right. Shelby's handing up one finger. I don't know if she's testing the wind or what, but I think that we're going to take a break right here on Outdoors with Larry Ray. They want to come back right now and talk for all you folks out there. It's almost time to be out there hunting in the woods and the deer, and we're going to talk a little bit about people who do their own jerky making. Things
Oh, wow,
like this.
cool.
So we'll be right back on Outdoors with Larry Ray.